In this video, we're going to estimate the amount of rebar that we need for the piles. We can see from the cross section that there are two different elements in here. One is a vertical bar that goes from the 3 inches from the bottom of the pile all the way to this point up here, which seems to be 4 inch plus 1 foot 8 inches. That's 2 feet. So it means 2 feet above the bottom of the grade beam. So that's the first element. And the second one are number 3 ties that tie together these 5 number 6 bars that go around this perimeter inside the piles. So let's get started with the number 6 bars. The length of the number 6 bars is 2 feet from the bottom of the grade beam. That's 4 inches plus 1 feet 8 inches, plus then this 31 feet long of the pile itself, minus 3 inches that we have clearance at the bottom of the pile. So 31 plus 2 is 33, minus 3 inches, that is 32 feet 9 inches long, each one of these 5 bars. So let's use our Excel file. Again, under the calculations tab, we're going to create another header that says pile cast rebar estimate. Okay, so the length of the bars is going to be the length of the bars is going to be the length that we calculated before, which is going to be equal to 32 feet plus 9 inches. So we're going to type in here in the Excel formula equal to 32, that's the feet, plus 9. But those 9 are inches. In order to take them to feet, we divide by 12. So now we have 32 plus 9 twelfths feet, which is then 32.75 feet. So this is the length of each one of the rebar that we have in those piles. Now we have to also identify the piles, the rebar, by the number. So we're going to type in here, these are reinforcement bars number 6, and we have 5 each on each pile. So now we know that we have from the drawings we have 5 number 6 bars on each one of these piles, and each one of those has a length of 32.75. So we can say the total length per pile is going to be equal to 5 times the length of each bar. So that means we have 163.75 feet of number 6 bars on each pile. We could have had a intermediate cell here with the number of bars per pile. That will make the calculation a little bit cleaner. If we would like to do it that way, that's fine. The next step is to estimate the number of number 3 ties that we have. So we're going to type here reinforcement ties number 3. So we have the number of ties that we have. The number of ties that we have is going to be calculated in 2 portions. One is for the first 8 feet of the pile, and then the remainder. Let's look at the drawing again. We have number 3 ties separated at 4" for the first 8 feet from the top, and then we have at 12 inches for the balance, right? So if we divide these piles into two sections, the top section is going to have it's going to be 8 feet long. So the remainder of the pile is 23 feet. We have on the top we have 8 feet, and then on the bottom we have 23 feet. That accounts for the 31 feet long. Now these 8 feet are really then going to be multiplied by 12, so we get 96 inches, right? And then these 23 feet that we have on the bottom multiply by 12 give us a total of 276 inches. So if we take the top 8 feet, these are 96 inches, and we divide that by 4 because these ties are separated 4 inches apart, then we get that the number of ties that we have on the top portion. So if we take 96 inches divided by 4 inches, that gives us 24 items. So there are 24 ties between the first one and the last one of this section of 8 feet long. But now we need to add 1 because the first one we didn't account for. So plus 1, that gives us 25 each from the very top of this pile cap to the 8 feet. If we look at the notes in module number 2, you will see that in order to count how many items we have separated a distance, we take the distance by the separation and we add 1, because the very first item on the pattern is not counted by the previous formula. So if we do something similar for the remainder of the pile, we have 23 feet. Those 23 feet now are 276 inches. Those are ties separated at every 12 inches. So we have a total of 23 items. Now we don't need to add 1 here because the very first one is accounted for in the top 8 feet. So the total number of ties that we have, it's 25 plus 23, that's 48 ties.